My name is Mark and I'm with XP3 Canada, and I'd like to introduce you to somebody that has been using the XP3 product. This is George from Battlefield Equipment Rentals.
Battlefield Equipment Rentals rents heavy-duty equipment to jobs and customers. We are over 50 branches in Eastern Canada.
So, George, maybe what we'll do is let's start off by how you first heard about XP3. What kind of research did you do? What did you see? And then what made you decide that there was something different here that you normally didn't see in regular retail products?
Well, what we saw in XP3 was more substantially the additives that were in there were not doing nearly as much damage to engines versus other competitors were. The reliability and the downtime was minimized just using XP3 versus the other competitors that we were using previous to XP3.
So in the past, you're renting these heavy-duty equipment. Customers are relying on them to always run, especially in the winter. In the past, how many problems, fuel-related problems, did you experience when customers were renting equipment, and what kind of pain did that present itself to your branch?
So a lot of gel ups, a lot of freeze ups, engines not starting over because of frozen fuel filters, fuel lines frozen. Majority of the time, that was the cause for it. After we started using XP3, we noticed a reduced amount of freeze ups, gel ups, frozen machines. The time it took for that whole transition for it, not very long. Within a 2-week period, we noticed a change dramatically.
I think I was speaking to one of your shop guys, and he said that every year you're expecting about 80 incidents of fuel-related problems. This year you had 100% uptime, but what was different about this year is this winter was severely colder than previous winters. So tell us about this cold snap that we went through in the last month and a half.
So back at the end of January, beginning of February, we got down to the minus 40s, late minus 30s, minus 40s, and the cold weather that we had just stand alone. Other than dead units not starting because of batteries, no problem. Basically turn the key on, let it warm up, start it up, and no problems. No gel ups, no freeze ups, no frozen engines at all.
Now another thing too is you are in charge of all of the equipment at the Winnipeg location. You also have a Brandon location that has recently started using the XP3 product. What would you say to anybody who's running heavy-duty equipment or diesel equipment? What would you recommend to them on the XP3 product specifically?
On the XP3 for the gas and the diesel, I would recommend using it. The fuel efficiency, I use the gas on my vehicle, my own personal vehicle, and I notice a dramatic change in just fuel efficiency alone. Downtime, productivity, all that stuff just alone makes XP3 worthwhile just to invest into because you never have a problem. Your downtime is minimized down from 50% down to 0% right overnight.
What type of questions do other customers might have XP3 that we can maybe cover right now?
Biggest questions that I would see that I've been asked is the cost efficiency compared to doing it. Understand the volume amount that you need to make it work on over and over tanks. The nice thing about the bottles is it gives you a scale right on it to calculate how much you need for each tank. It's very easy to use, simple, efficient, easy mathematical equations to use for it. Pour, dump, done.
One thing we actually forgot to mention is in your operations at the Battlefield Equipment Rentals, you've got gasoline equipment, you've got diesel-powered equipment, but you also have heating oil equipment. Can you tell us about the heating oil equipment?
So here at Battlefield, we have 350,000 to 1.2 million BTU heating systems. With the XP3 dumped in for the heating systems on those alone, we had zero freeze-ups in the fuel filters and in the lines just using XP3 in the heating systems alone.
Now, typically in the heating oil, it's a lower grade of fuel, so the opportunity for XP3 to increase the value of that burn is that much more than diesel. Diesel is still fairly refined, so what we find that when customers use XP3 in heating oil, they get a lot more fuel economy in the amount of hours that it burns, bigger gains than on the diesel side. Diesel side gains, we're seeing 4 to 8%, but on the heating oil, you're seeing over 10%. Just to finish off, George, do you have any last things to say to people that might be looking at this video right now?
If you're looking at getting that XP3 for diesel, gasoline, heating oil, your downtime, it's the best thing out there. Zero downtime, quality, efficiency, and productivity is 100% that you get out of it.
So you're fairly confident that from what you've seen, XP3 far surpasses the performance that you've had with other retail grade products in the past.
Correct.
Okay, well, thank you, George. Thank you for spending some time today and giving us an overview of your experience with the XP3 product. I appreciate your time, and best of luck in the near future.
Thank you.
Thank you.